Okay, looks like we got ourselves the final piece of the NCR Ranger figurine. First one was my 3D custom made statue. The second one was a regular statue from the Bethesda gear itself. And the final one is one from McFarlane Toys, I believe, what it's called. You know, the people with Spawn as their logo and everything. That's what it is. So let's get started opening this box up. Nothing really interesting about the box, just showing the typical NCR Ranger thing from New Vegas. You know, and it comes with goodies this time. It comes with accessories, so because it's an action figure. It got different hands, the Sequoia, the sniper rifle, an assault rifle, I believe, another rifle. Okay, you got just a pack to it. You got a knife, different hand gestures. So yeah, it's a real good toy. Hopefully, you got a stand. For some reason, a lot of these American-made toys never come with a stand. Never come with a stand. I don't know why. Is it so hard to give me a stand, people? Okay. Gotta cut this guy out. It's been a while since I did this, man, I can tell you that. Okay. And one more. And wow, that was easier than I expect. Back in the day, it was hard weeding things out. Let's get a good look at this guy. Okay. Here he is. He seems darker this time compared to the other one. His feather duster is a bit, darker compared to the statue. Well, just by a bit. Okay, a little bit more. Yeah, I can see that. The helmets are very identical. The designs on the straps on his arms are a bit darker color, as you can tell. So you can tell these guys from different leagues, as you can tell. That's very interesting. Now we have the shoes are different. I guess because since this is a statue, will have more detail, or it's just a different Rider Ranger. I completely forgot, man. I'm sorry. It's like there are differences within the Rangers within the NCR as well. Now let's compare him to my guy. Of course, mine's different. Even though it all looks gray, it's actually all black. So the chest piece. The chest piece is actually gray. That was great. It's my old chest piece. I do have a new chest piece. So I've been looking for somebody at a convention to do a 3D model set. Have yet to find one. So there's that. Let's see his movability. Most of the time, these American toys, their movability sucks. I mean, it sucks. Okay, you got 2 trigger fingers. You can switch them out if you want to. Very stiff. This is what I'm talking about. American toys are always stiff. Always stiff. They're always hard to move around. They feel like they don't want to move. And when you move too much, they might break. So that's what they always hate about the American toy line of certain ones. So yeah, this looks nice. You can move around just barely. This is why I say one of my favorite figurine company, it has to be Figma. Figma does an excellent job. He doesn't come with a stand, of course, because these American toys never come with a stand. Like, you want your character to stand, and you have to do a lot of things to them, but you can't do any cool sets with them. That's why I can't say about some of these American ones. But with the Japanese ones, they come with a stand, so your character can, do cool poses and stuff. And it sucks that the Americans never think about that when it comes to making these toys. It's just, let's just give them the toy, but no stand. And sometimes they're extremely difficult to stand on their own. And that's annoying. That's really annoying. So now, hopefully, I'm trying to get him to stand by himself. And it's extremely difficult. Really difficult. It's like, geesh. Like, now I gotta buy another stand for another character because they refuse to stand on their own. And there's probably is a way for them to stand, but I'm just doing it wrong. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Ah, got it. Finally, that took a while. Now, the question is which one will I have him get and use? Of course, it's always the Sequoia. It's always the Sequoia. I know when we first see the Ranger, you see him on the box, and he has the Sequoia. But in the game, when you first see the Ranger in the opening of New Vegas, he's using the rifle, and I believe the anti-material rifle, and he uses it to shoot down a fiend in the outskirts of Vegas and stuff. And that was the first time seeing the Ranger like that in action there. And funny thing is that you don't really get to see the Rangers in this desert uniform a lot when you're traveling the wasteland. You gotta go look for them in order to do it. And they're usually closer to the Hoover Dam area and stuff. But yeah, here he is. He has a rifle. Is it on the right side? Yes, on the right side. Mine is always the left-handed one. Mine will always be left-handed. I'll always be the unique one, no matter what. Could have been on his left hand too. Yeah, but he's not me. He's his own Ranger. He's just pretty cool and fun to look at. It's just very difficult for him to stand on his own, which sucks. His head is movable. Hey, at least the head's movable. You see? So you can do that New Vegas pose. One of my favorite poses to do. Yeah, check him out. Real cool. Well, I guess that's it for this one. I do like it the way it looks. It does look more distinctly different. It feels a bit more green when I'm looking from a distance compared to the other one where you can see the brown and the other colors really stick out. In this one, the colors don't really show. So it looks like he mostly likes to go out at night, do his night patrol where no one can see him coming up and stuff, taking people out in their sleep and stuff, going on in their bases unnoticed. His sneak is extremely high, and his perception is always on high. But yeah, that's a fun looking toy. I enjoyed it. Oh man, this makes me really excited for next week because if you know where I'm going next week if my flight didn't get canceled. Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on, but keep on going on. So anyways, that's like after this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has Madcrownxox, signing out.